Hi guys, I'm Shikha Dwivedi and today we are gonna solve sum number first 7th, first 8th, first 9th, okay? And from the exercise 2.1 and the writer is R.D. Sharma, right? So three sums today we are gonna solve first 7th, first 8th, first 9th, okay? From exercise 2.1 R.D. Sharma. Okay, and what we have to do in these three sums, what we have to find out actually, first of all we have to find the zeros of the polynomials as we had done earlier in first two, first six sum, right? What we had done earlier, we had find the zeros, like zeros we had to find out, and we had verified the relation. So same way today also in these three sums what we have to do, हमें क्या करना है, we have to find the zeros of the polynomial. हमें zeros find out करना है and we have to verify the relation between the zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. ठीक है, और हमें zeros और coefficients के बीच में एक relation को verify करना है, right? कैसे करना है, you know very well, और हम साथ में करते हैं. Okay, so now I'm gonna take some number first 7, right? First 7, I'm just writing here first 7. This is fx is equal to, okay, fx is equal to x square minus under root 3 plus 1 x, okay, plus under root 3, right? Yeah, this is our polynomial and we have to find its zero. So finding zero means we have to solve the polynomial equation fx is equal to 0. हमें polynomial equation fx is equal to 0 को solve करना होगा so that we can find out the zeros of this polynomial. ठीक है, see, so x square minus under root 3 plus 1 x plus under root 3 is equal to 0, right? Okay, and what we will do in next step, just we will open the bracket. X square minus, this will be under root 3x minus x plus under root 3 is equal to 0. हमने क्या किया, what we have done, we have just opened this bracket. हमने इस bracket को open कर लिया है, ठीक है? क्योंकि अभी हम इसमें middle term spreading method we cannot apply, क्योंकि what is the middle term under root 3 plus 1, those methods हम नहीं solve करने वाले हैं. हमने क्या किया है, we have just opened the bracket. हमने bracket को open कर दिया है, okay? And now see, what is common in these two terms? X is common, ठीक है? So x हमने common लिया. What is left here? X minus what is left here? Under root 3. Okay, so x minus under root 3. And now what is common in these two terms? Nothing is common. So what we will take common? Minus 1 I'm taking common. Minus 1. So x minus root 3 is equal to 0. And now what is common in whole? X minus root 3. Okay, x minus root 3. So what is left here? Only x is left. And here what is left? Minus 1 is equal to 0. Right? So if x minus root 3 is equal to 0, so that means x is equal to root 3. Okay, x is equal to root 3. Now, if x minus 1 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 1. Right? X is equal to 1. So this is how we have calculated the zeros of this polynomial. अब हम assume करते हैं, let alpha is equal to root 3 and beta is equal to 1. Beta is equal to 1. And now what are we gonna do? आपको पता है zeros तो हमने find out कर लिए हैं. अब हमें क्या करना है, relationship verify करना है. कैसे करते हैं, हम alpha plus beta calculate करेंगे and then after that we will calculate alpha into beta. Okay, तो चलो पहले alpha plus beta करते हैं, right? Alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta, that will be, alpha is root 3 and beta is 1. So that means under root 3 plus 1. Okay, under root 3 plus 1. Now alpha into beta. Alpha into beta. Alpha is root 3, beta is 1. So under root 3 into 1, that is equal to under root 3. Right? So, and now in the terms of coefficients, we will check. Minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. Okay, so yeah, where is the polynomial? Polynomial is this, right? So minus and coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x? This. Minus under root 3 plus 1. This is the coefficient of x. So minus already we have, so minus minus plus, it means we will write here under root 3 plus 1. Okay, under root 3 plus 1. And upon coefficient of x square. what is the coefficient of x square? That is 1. So it means we have the value under root 3 plus 1, right? And alpha plus beta, that is also equal to under root 3 plus 1. So we verified the relation now. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. So we will write this thing here. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. Right? And now we will check constant term upon coefficient of x square. Okay? Constant term upon coefficient of x square. So what is the constant term? Constant term is under root 3. Okay? Under root 3 upon coefficient of x square. What is the coefficient of x square? 1. Right? So under root 3 by 1, it means that is under root 3. So at alpha into beta, that is also under root 3. So what we have verified, alpha into beta is equal to constant term upon coefficient of x square. So we are going to write down this thing. Alpha into beta is equal to constant term, okay, constant term upon coefficient of x square, upon coefficient of x square, right? So now we have done it. हमने क्या किया? We have found out the zeros also. हमने zeros found out करे. You know, alpha, beta we had calculated. And हमने relationship भी verify कर लिया है, right? We just verified the relationship also. This was sum number first 7th. And now I'm going to take sum number first 8th. Okay. So I need to rub it. Now we are going to solve sum number first 8th one. First 8th one. And this is, yes, gx is equal to, we have been given gx is equal to a x square plus 1, okay, a x square plus 1 minus x a square plus 1. This is our polynomial, right? And we have to find out the zeros of the polynomial. And we know very well, first of all, our polynomial must be in a standard form. हमारा जो polynomial है वो standard form में होना चाहिए. But just let's check. This is not in standard form. What is the standard form? I have already told you. Ax square plus bx plus c. See, ax square, but this, you know, a plus into 1, that a extra, right? It is not in ax square plus bx plus c form. It is not in a standard form. So first of all, we have to just convert it into standard form. हमें इसे standard form में convert करना है. Okay? See how I'm converting. Ax square multiply कर रहे हैं. Ax square plus a, and now minus x को multiply कर रहे हैं a square plus 1 से, minus x a square and minus x, right? Okay, and now ax square, ax square and this, yeah, minus x a square minus x, right? So here I am taking minus x common. So here what is left? A square, and here what is left? Plus 1. And this plus a I am writing here. Okay. तो फिर से बता रही हूँ. x square plus a minus x a square minus x. तो हमने क्या किया? This like you know minus x a square minus x. इनको हमने एक साथ क्या कर x common कर लिया. Okay. So minus x a square minus x I have taken common. So what is left here? A square. And what is left here? Plus 1. ठीक है? Because x minus x हमने common कर लिया है इन दोनों terms से. And this plus a I have taken here. And now see. Now this polynomial, it is in the standard form. A x square plus bx plus c. अब ये हमारा standard form में है. ठीक है? और अब हमें इसे क्या करना है? Zeros को find out करना है. तो we will equate this polynomial to 0. It means gx is equal to 0. That means ax square minus x a square plus 1 plus a is equal to 0. इसे हमें solve out करना है. Okay? So कैसे solve करेंगे? ये bracket हम like open कर लेंगे. So ax square minus x a square minus x plus a is equal to 0. Right? अच्छा, इन दोनों terms में what is common? Ax is common actually. Ax. Right? So ax. So here what is left? Only x is left. Minus. Here what is left? Only a is left. And here what we will take common? minus 1 we will take common. So minus 1. So here what is left? X. And here what is left? Minus a is equal to 0. Now what is common in whole? X minus a. ये हमारा पूरे से common आ रहा है. X minus a. So here what is left? Only ax is left. And here what is left? Minus 1 is left is equal to 0. Okay. Now if x minus a is equal to 0. So we have x is equal to a. Right? X is equal to a. And if this ax minus 1 is equal to 0. So we have ax is equal to 1 and x is equal to 1 by a. X is equal to 1 by a. So this is how we have calculated the zeros. And now we will assume let alpha is equal to a and beta is equal to 1 by a. We have assumed, okay, alpha is equal to a and beta is equal to 1 by a. Okay, so now हम क्या करते हैं? What is the next step? Alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta. So that will be a plus 1 upon a. Right? A plus 1 upon a. Alpha plus beta. And alpha into beta. That will be a into 1 by a. A cancelled out 1. So now we have calculated the values of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Right? And now in the terms of coefficients, we will check out the values. Minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. तो ये हम कहाँ पे चेक करेंगे? अपने स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म पॉलिनोमियल में. दिस इज द स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म पॉलिनोमियल. ठीक है. सो कोफिशिएंट ऑफ x. व्हाट इज द कोफिशिएंट ऑफ x? दिस माइनस a square plus 1. This is the coefficient of x. But we already have minus. So minus minus plus. So it means we will write a square plus 1. Okay, a square plus 1 upon coefficient of x square. And what is the coefficient of x square? A. So a square plus 1 upon a. Right? और अब अगर हम इनको सेपरेट कर ले, इन टर्म्स को जब सेपरेट करती हूँ, देखो हाउ आई एम राइटिंग a square upon a plus 1 upon a. Is that okay? मैंने इसको क्या करा? सेपरेट कर लिया है टू टर्म्स में. a square upon a plus 1 upon a. So a square upon a, that is a plus 1 upon a. A square में a का divide करोगे, so what are you gonna get? Okay, only a plus 1 upon a. And see, alpha plus beta, that already we have calculated a plus 1 upon a. So हमने relationship verify कर दिया ना. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. ठीक है, ये रिलेशनशिप हमने वेरीफाई किया. एंड नाउ कांस्टेंट टर्म अपॉन कोफिशिएंट ऑफ x स्क्वायर. वी विल चेक फॉर कांस्टेंट टर्म अपॉन कोफिशिएंट ऑफ x स्क्वायर. कोफिशिएंट ऑफ x स्क्वायर. सो व्हाट इज द कांस्टेंट टर्म? हम अपने स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म इक्वेशन में चेक करेंगे. व्हाट इज द कांस्टेंट टर्म? a. So a upon coefficient of x square. What is the coefficient of x square? This is a. So a by a, that equals to 1. And we have already calculated alpha into beta is equal to 1. तो हमने relationship verify कर दिया है. Alpha into beta is equal to, okay, constant term upon coefficient of x square. That's it, right? So हमने zeros find out करे and relationship भी हमने verify कर लिया है, right? So this was our sum number first 8. And now we are just moving to sum number first 9th, right? Sum number first 9th one we are gonna solve now, okay? First 9th. Yeah. So just note down sum number first 9th. First 9th. This is HS is equal to, okay, HS is equal to 2s square minus 1 plus 2 under root 2s plus root 2. Okay, this is a polynomial and fortunately it is in standard form. ये जो हमारा polynomial है, it is in standard form, no? ax square plus bx plus c. So no problem. ठीक है, हमें बस zeros find out करना है. So we will equate this polynomial to 0. It means hs is equal to 0. So that means 2s square minus 1 plus 2 under root 2s plus root 2 is equal to 0. Right? अच्छा, अब we cannot apply the middle term splitting method क्योंकि हमारा middle term क्या है 1 plus 2 root 2. Okay, तो better है कि हम इस bracket को open कर लें. Right? So 2s square minus 1 into s, this will be s, minus 2 root 2s, okay, plus under root 2 is equal to 0. And what is common? See, in these two terms, what is common? Or better now, yeah, let's take common here. S is common, right? So here we are left with 2s minus 1, right? 2s minus 1, okay. And now here, what is common? What is common now? Under root 2 minus under root 2 I'm taking common, right? Minus under root 2. Yes, minus under root 2. So what is left here? Only 2s is left. And here what is left? Minus 1 is equal to 0. Am I right? हमने इन दोनों terms में से s को common किया. So here what is left? 2s. Here what is left? Minus 1 is left. Okay. And in these two terms, what is common? Under root 2 is common. Minus under root 2 I have taken common. So here we are left with 2s. What is left? Only 2s, right? And here what is left? Minus 1 is equal to 0. And now, what is common in whole? 2s minus 1. 2s minus 1. So here what is left? Only s. Here what is left? Minus under root 2 is equal to 0. Okay, is equal to 0. That's here. Okay. And now, if 2s minus 1 is equal to 0, so 2s is equal to 1, s is equal to 1 by 2, right? We calculated s is equal to 1 by 2. And now, if this is equal to 0, s minus under root 2 is equal to 0. So s is equal to root 2. So, we calculated the zeros. Assume karte hain now, let alpha is equal to 1 by 2 and beta is equal to root 2. We have assumed alpha is 1 by 2 and beta is root 2. Okay. What is the next step? Alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta will be 1 by 2 plus root 2. Okay. 1 by 2 plus root 2. Here just take 1 here and now take LCM 2. So here it will be 1 plus 2 root 2. Okay. Normal LCM लेके हम इसे solve करते हैं. We have just calculated alpha plus beta. And now, just calculate alpha into beta. Alpha into beta. What is alpha? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 and beta is root 2. So 1 by 2 root 2. Okay. So 2 means root 2 into root 2. And root 2 already we have in numerator. So root 2 cancelled out and we are left with 1 upon root 2. Okay, 1 upon root 2. And now in the terms of coefficients, we will check. Minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x squared. Okay, so minus coefficient of x. Check out what is the coefficient and see x. और अभी हमारा जो polynomial है, it is in the variable s. So you know very well, x के place को हम क्या करेंगे? किससे replace करेंगे? s से. Okay, so minus coefficient of s upon coefficient of s square. Yes, so coefficient of s. This is minus 1 plus 2 under root 2. Okay, this is minus 1 plus 2 under root 2. And minus we already have. So minus minus plus. So it means we will write only 1 plus 2 under root 2. 1 plus 2 under root 2 upon coefficient of s square. What is the coefficient of s square? This is 2. This is 2. So we have 1 plus 2 root 2 upon 2. And we had already calculated alpha plus beta, that is equal to 1 plus 2 root 2 upon 2. Same values. So we have just verified the relation. Okay, we have verified the relation. Like alpha plus beta is equal to minus coefficient of s upon coefficient of s square. Right? Now in the terms of constant term. So constant term and upon coefficient of s square. Right? Coefficient of s square. So what is the constant term? Constant term is under root 2. Under root 2. And coefficient of s square, this is 2, right? This is 2. So under root 2 upon 2 we can write under root 2 into under root 2, under root 2 into under root 2. Root 2 cancelled out and we are left with 1 upon root 2. 1 upon root 2. And we have already calculated like alpha into beta, that is equal to 1 upon root 2. So they both are same. So again we have just verified another relation. And what is that? Alpha into beta is equal to constant term, okay? Constant term upon coefficient of x square, right? So क्या किया हमने आज? Like we have found out the zeros and we have verified the relation. Okay? I hope आपको समझ में आया होगा. कोई भी डाउट होता है, प्रॉब्लम होती है, आप मुझे कमेंट बॉक्स में लिख के आप टाइप कर ले, मुझसे पूछ लेना, ठीक है? और अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो तो इसे लाइक करना, फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर करना और मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लेना. बाय बाय.